G'day, this is Captainoob and this is the 10mm SMG. So this was a weapon that is made standalone meshes and textures and was from obviously Fallout 3 and New Vegas if you've played those. And the reason why this bad boy didn't make it into Fallout 4 was because you could make the 10mm pistol automatic, so that sort of scooped out the need for a whole different weapon that shoots 10mm in the automatic fashion. Anyway, getting into the attachments here, you've got semi-auto receivers and auto receivers along with it. We'll go for the powerful automatic receiver because I want to have this thing as close as you can get it to this sort of firing state. Anyway, you could chuck a stock on if you want to destroy the aesthetics of the weapon, so we're going to do that. Smash that dislike button if it's ugly. And we'll go for a large quick eject mag there for best ammo capacity. Now for the sights here, you've got the front ring there, which can be changed. Also, you can make it a little bit larger or have it glow. You can get a recon scope and a combat rifle reflex sight, as well as a 10mm reflex sight, which is actually kind of nice in terms of customization. But you know what, we'll go for just a 10mm there. I think that feels more at home. Now for the muzzles here, we got the compensator suppressor, which is basically just the standard suppressor that you'd find on all weapons. Very circular. And then you've got the gun runner suppressor, which makes this thing look like Sleepy Time from New Vegas, and it gives you better accuracy and less range penalty than the regular suppressor. So yep, we're definitely chucking that on. And you can make this thing black if you feel like it. I think that looks fantastic like that, so we'll definitely make it black. And you also got a legendary effect if you need it, but that is the 10mm submachine gun. I was about to say pistol there, it's a force of habit. And we'll take that in the Gunner's Plaza, see what it can do. Alright, in Gunner's Plaza, and here we go. This is what this thing looks like in first person here, then aiming down sights. It's a little bit more zoomed in than the 10mm there, so we get a clearer sight, although the housing is a little bit obstructive. But in third person, that's what it looks like, and obviously we've got Rain the Raider here holding this weapon today, which is nice. Companion mod for that coming out soon for those interested. Anyways, we'll get right into killing some of these gunners here. Now this thing is pretty much showing me standard 10mm pistol damage on the weapon card here, so we're going to have to take every precaution we take to make this thing perform properly, and to do that we need to be very sneaky indeed. So if I could just quickly take you out. Okay, we're off to a good start there. Those haven't detected us, and we'll take out that turret, why not? So as long as we can keep away from the turrets, we'd be in pretty good shape. But yeah, so far so good. Damage is doing pretty well, to be honest. Obviously, oh good, bad hitboxes. Yeah, obviously those animations, if you've recognized them already, they're from the handmade rifle from the Nuka World DLC, and that would lead me to believe that this is what this mod requires to have. So we'll just go ahead and get detected by this gunner and then fill her full of 10mm bullets. And as you can tell there, the damage isn't quite as impressive if you're not spamming sneak attack criticals, but it's still a nice close quarters high fire rate weapon. And if you're into legendary effects, you know which ones this is going to be good with. I don't have to say it. Anyway, there's a reload in third person there. Again, nothing too fancy there, just a DLC reload there, so that's good. Managed to take out that gunner nice and quickly. This thing has absolutely zero recoil at all, so it's probably a good idea to aim for the head. And hopefully the gunner's staggering doesn't throw off aim too much, because that is why I generally don't aim for the head, because they seem to just flick around everywhere. It's a little bit crazy. But yeah, going for center mass is generally what people do IRLs anyway, so you know, it's a more immersive like that. Alright, so we're straight back into danger, no point in sort of crouching and taking all these bullets, so we'll just move around a little bit, and hopefully we can drop that gunner before our mag runs out. Didn't, but I did miss a lot, so there's probably not the fault of the weapon, more the fault of the weapon user. Managed to do a little bit better against that legendary gunner there. See, aiming for the head is doing us pretty well there. Ooh, one of these guys got a radiated weapon, or at least a radium rifle, so that's kind of scary. You've got a Gauss rifle of some description. Oh, an irradiated Gauss rifle, there you go. And kill you. And we'll try to get some more hits onto your face and do a little bit more damage. A little bit harder to track them when in first person, sorry. So going into third person is a good way to do this. So in terms of damage, yeah, it's about the same as a standard 10mm pistol. It does have the benefit of an extended mag capacity. The most you can shove into a non-legendary, just a stock 10mm pistol is 24, and that extra 16 bullets seems to be doing pretty good indeed. Alright, final stretch now. We'll kill the rest of these gunners, and then we can bring it to test mightier foes. So, yeah, all in all, the animations are fine. They're ported in. They're not exactly like 100% accurate or just 100% lined up with the meshes, but I'll give them a pass for what they are. They're obviously animations not designed for it, but it's a good use of animations where they could get them indeed. The size of the weapon, I think, is a little bit too big. An interesting fact here that I think War Daddy is going to actually give animations to the 10mm pistol from the New Vegas ports too. So yeah, this thing didn't quite make the cut on his side either, so that's interesting. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move on to Swan now. The 10mm SMG did alright in Gunner's Plaza, but yeah, it leaves room for improvement, I think. Alright, so without legendary effects, this should be as easy as pressing the C button and backpedaling while shooting him, and with the sneak attacks it'll probably carry us over for the damage part of things, so we'll just try to aim for the head as much as we possibly can to maximize our damage output, so Swan can be done quicker and out of his pain as he doesn't know what's hitting him. This is how many days in a row now has he not detected me? I think I broke the streak the other day, but yeah, I think I've figured out how to, the most efficient way of killing Swan now that I've killed him so many times, and I don't know, I guess it might be getting a little bit boring for the viewer to watch me do this, but I think it's a nice little thing to go ahead and demonstrate the damage potential of some of the weapons while spamming sneak attack criticals, and for a little bit of consistency, it's nice to compare them side by side killing the same enemy. But there you go, there's Swan dead. He didn't really have a good time, so you know what, I'm going to try something new here, chuck the Furious effect on and go to a different location and clear that out. Righto, so here we are in Fallon's department store. This place is chockers full of super mutants, so we'll get to work on them as soon as we can. Now the first couple that I want to kill are down here, and the reason why I don't kill these guys is because super mutant warlords exist. And they are the most tanky enemies in this game, at least in the vanilla game. Disregard all the Swans that I've killed. Yeah, for some reason these guys have so much health, like more than Mythic Deathclaws, that kind of level of health, which is kind of insane. But you know, with these sneak attack criticals going, we're actually killing them rather quickly, so there's nothing much to complain about there. This thing, despite being sort of a low tier type weapon, sort of doing its... Alright, there we go. Now we're in danger. You can see that these guys are quite tanky, but obviously with the Furious effect attached to this thing, the tankiness is sort of reduced there, so we're going to have a good time killing all... Oh, doggo there. It's one dead doggo, and also these glowing ones don't appear to be glowing at all. Maybe it's like a subtle glow, but I can never seem to see it. Yeah, so the Super Mutant Warlords seem to go down heaps easier if you've got the Furious effect. Obviously, you're going to get much more damage stacking it onto it, so yeah, that's good. This place is full of Super Mutant Warlords of the Legendary variety because I've got all the Legendary spawns turned up, so that's why they are all that. And for testing purposes, yeah, I think this is a fair go for the 10mm submachine gun here. As long as we can keep hidden, we're actually doing really well, and if our cover is blown, we've always got the Furious effect to back up on, so yeah, we're doing pretty well here. Now there's a dude up here I just saw. You can see him on the compass, so we just need a good enough shot on him, and we'll finish him off with a critical. Why not? That should get him. Well, it would have, but then he had a second health bar because he's legendary. Fine, you're dead now, that's good. Oh, there's another one? Oh, yes, don't forget this dude in here. And I just heard myself running over a physics object. That happens in Skyrim quite a lot, and it got carried over to Fallout. So now you can see how bloody tanky these dudes are. He took 2 and a bit mags to kill, maybe a bit less, but yeah. A lot of bullets you need to fire into those guys, and especially on very hard where your damage is halved by default. These guys wouldn't be as terribly bad as they are if I was playing on, say, very easy, where I'm getting twice the damage, or even normal, where it's a straight damage multiplier of ×1. Oh, and we also got a legendary drop of it, so that is that is our one we've got right now. The reason it's doing that is because it's glitched. It still thinks this weapon is undiscovered, but there you go. There's a way of obtaining the thing if you're wondering. You can also probably find this from shops and from other enemies without being legendary, but there you have it. That was a 10mm submachine gun there, and it is a pretty good weapon. Although the meshes are a little bit too big for my liking, maybe you seem to like it, and it doesn't seem too bad there. Although, where's the mag gone? Okay, the mag disappeared, but it's still a good gun. I still like this one. I actually recommend it to anyone who can get it. So as far as I know, this thing's on PC, but I haven't checked it whether it's on Xbox. But if it is, link will be down in the description below. Thank you for watching, guys.